Okay, this is the fireplace and the hearth extension, and they can be different sizes, lengths, but none of them are less than 24 inches. So your hearth extension is less than 24 inches, which probably isn't a problem if you have a gas log in there, which obviously they did at one time. I can tell by the burn patterns. I can tell by the little brass fitting right there. But what I'm not seeing is a key. There might be a gas valve under the carpet here somewhere. It might be. It should be. I can't believe it, there wouldn't be, especially with that pattern. But I cannot see a gas valve, cannot see a key, and the hearth extension is less than 20 foot. You see this discoloration here? Oh, I didn't open the damper. No. The house isn't breathing like it did. The house isn't breathing like it did. And so what we have is too much negative pressure in the house. The fireplace is going to take and expel. It's going to burn. It's going to take that same amount of energy. This house probably at one time had a wood shingle roof. One time had leaf-yo aluminum pane, single pane aluminum frame windows. Probably had those things. Now the house is a lot tighter, energy efficient. And so now the fireplace doesn't have enough air to draft properly. That's just a thought. Just a thought. Crawl in here and see if Santa Claus will fit. Come on here. We do have a damper. How about that? We do have a damper. And our lintels. I always like to pick on the lintels. I do. I pick on these lintels. The lintels look fine. Okay. But we got a damper here. Let me get back around here. And does this work? If you have an artificial gas log, this should not be able to close 100%, and it does. If you have a natural fire, then that's fine. You need to find out, if that's gas. You need to know what the piping is going on. And then inside, can you see that? See the gaps in the bricks? It's called corbelling. And corbelling. Okay, it should be the big charge. There's a fireplace in this area down. It's an open core hole. You see that open core hole? Where do you think the heat goes? Up that hole? Where does that go? Into the wall? No. You see that these cracks are white? It's called clean cracks. If heat was going between the cracks into the walls, it'd be taking the soot with it. But this fireplace is sucking air. Alright? And so it's sucking air out of the walls. Sucking air out of the walls. Called clean cracks. So this fireplace is not vented properly. And it probably was at one time when the house was different. So what's the answer to that? Well, there's a couple answers. There's a fancy one, and there's a simple one. The fancy one would be have a makeup air vent fan installed somewhere so that when the air in the house became negative, it brought air from the exterior. And it'd be even better if it went through the air conditioning system so that the air could be conditioned before it came into the living system. Okay, and then the simple one is if you're going to operate the fireplace, is crack a window. Crack a window so you equalize the pressure so you don't stain up all your brick and you don't get the clean cracks in there. Okay. Pretty close to the report, so this is called spalling. It's called spalling. And it really doesn't have any structural effect. It'll never get prettier. The cement was not cured properly 60, 70 years ago. And this is what's happened in the meantime. And there really isn't I don't know what you do. But this porch is cracked too. Now the driveway, which I don't inspect, you might live with that for a while. You might live with that forever. I don't know. But this is some time, as you're updating the house and bringing it into the 21st century. You might decide, this patio's broken. You might decide to re-pour this patio in that section going into the garage. Have nice stands installed underneath there and update all that. When does that have to happen? I don't know. Does it have to happen tomorrow? I don't know. I mean, they've been cooking out here. They've been cooking out here. Somebody didn't have any problem cooking out here. By the way, you shouldn't cook underneath a cupboard like that. That's not real smart. Just saying. I don't know if this comes or not. This is Beyond the Scope.